Hello again, and welcome to Module 3. I'm happy with what I've seen to this point in the course. There's a lot of interesting discussion going on, and I can tell that we have some very qualified and experienced individuals who are bringing in a wealth of business and accounting experience to our learning community. So, thank you so much for sharing that. It's much appreciated. I'm sure that everyone else appreciates that too. So, um, thank you for your contribution so far. For the rest of you, I encourage you, please contribute to the latest discussion thread. We had a lot of chatter and introduction and in the course coffee shop. So it'll be nice to get this latest thread a little more active as we proceed to the next week. I'd like to talk about assignment 1. So as you know, this will be due before your midterm take-home essay week, right? So you should be working on this over the next few weeks here. This first list of transactions that you're going to see here, you should find that they're somewhat familiar. Obviously, there's some items or some elements which we haven't covered yet, such as the sales discount. You see that in B, but it's definitely something that you can start working on at this point, right? So the first step here is simply to make journal entry for the transactions, right? And include a brief description below your journal entry. Remember to do that. And then after you've done these journal entries, we will go into adjusting and closing entries. So adjusting entries you will see in Module 3, and closing entry you will see in Module 4. There's a little bit of a hint here. It might be easier to prepare some T accounts first. So think about that, right? The next question is T accounts, but when you're making adjusting and closing entries, you do need to know what the balance is in the account before you do that. So parts 2 and 3 you can do simultaneously. Part 3 again, just prepare the T accounts and update them based on the first part of the question, part 1, and then add in the adjusting entries and the closing entries. And finally, at the bottom, you want to calculate your closing balance for the T account. So that's pretty straightforward. It should work out okay for you. For prepare an income statement, so remember, for your financial statements, use your correct format, right? Make sure you include the name, the range or date, and as well the nature of the financial statement. And finally, number 5, to prepare a balance sheet. So again, don't worry too much if things don't work out exactly the way you want them to. In a question like this, very easy to get 85, 90%, or in an assignment like this, I should say. It might be hard to get 100% just because it takes one little error somewhere to have things go off a little bit. But what I do is I make sure I follow the error to your work, right? So if everything is correct except for that one error, you can expect to get 95, 96, 97%. So you can expect a high mark based on that. So I wouldn't worry too much. The assignment is going to take you some time. So heads up on that, right? Probably don't leave it to the last minute. Just start working on it. If you were to do it in one shot, I think you could do it in a day, maybe in 3 or 4 hours. But the idea here is that you can work on it step by step. As your knowledge base builds, you get to practice the full cycle accounting experience. Okay, so looking forward to hearing from you about the assignment. Looking forward to hearing from you on your business and accounting experiences and our discussion thread we have going right now. And see you in Module 4.